would have been here to address this special press briefing, but with a sadness, deep-seated sadness as a result of this bereavement, he has sent me to share with you the immediate action to be taken by the city government of Monrovia on this day. During the early hours, close to the middle hours of the day, April 9, an incident occurred, an embarrassing incident in the Congo Town Garwo community, where there is a garage that serves the public. This garage has its only main entrance along the mouth of the Congo Town Garwo. It was reported that the Monrovia City Police Director, in person of Thomas G. Garwo, Colonel Thomas G. Garwo Jr., blocked the main entrance to this garage serving the public on account of his own action and on his own volition. The city mayor, Honorable Jonathan Tamakoji, did not sanction any action by Colonel Garwo on any garage today. Colonel Garwo was reported to have parked his car blocking the main entrance to the garage, posing undue, unnecessary, and uncalled for embarrassment to private owners of vehicles and officials of government who park their cars in that garage for safety, thereby impeding their peaceful movements. As we speak, the city government, in its respect for the rule of law, and with the thinking and the belief that during such a day where we are in the state of mourning, when our police or the police director should be exhibiting and demonstrating high respect for the rule of law and ensuring the safety and security as we go along this period of bereavement, we were able to encounter this news that have posed not just a distraction, but it attempts to undermine the core values of integrity, discipline, and unity under the stewardship of Jonathan Tamakoji as mayor of the city government of Monrovia. Against this backdrop, members of the press, our larger community, the residents of Monrovia, would like to inform you of the immediate suspension of Colonel Thomas G. Garwo Jr., Director of the Monrovia City Police, pending the outcome of an investigation, a comprehensive or thorough investigation into the incident. In the same vein, Colonel Thomas Garwo will turn over to the Monrovia City Police all properties in his possession and the vehicle used, because it is a vehicle of interest, used to block the road. Assuming that the Monrovia City Police will have gone on an arrest on such an action, we will both confiscate the vehicle and the person, or the person who, in fact, both of them, the vehicle and the person who did the act. So, in our respect for the rule of law, in our strict adherence to ethical and professional standards, we think the vehicle too should be admitted into the investigation. Mr. Colonel Thomas Garwo will turn over to the professional standards section of the Monrovia City Police, who will do a comprehensive review of the incident and report to the urban mayor for subsequent actions. Meanwhile, while he is on his suspension, Colonel Jimmy Wilson, the Deputy Director for Administration of the Monrovia City Police, will act in his stead until further notice. Thank you very much.
Thank you ever so much, members of the press. This is high. We have come to the reason for which we have assembled here. And so on this note, we would like to entertain at most 3 questions from you journalists. Call your name, the media institution you represent, and your questions should be directed strictly to what was being said. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you so much. My name is Stephen Sompon. I report for Pram FM. Yeah, you made mention of the incident that occurred this afternoon, but you weren't clear in your statement. Can you kindly state as to what really prompted such action by the director of the city government? Was there any confrontation that resulted to maybe casualties? Can you clearly state that?
That will be established by the investigation board under the professional service or the professional standard section of the Monrovia City Police.
Thank you. So we take you.
Okay, my name is Thomas Kujumura. I report for Freedom FM. I want to know, when do we expect the investigation to come to an end?
Well, the investigation will be because by standard by the civil service standing orders in our own human resource policy, we give 1 month suspension. During such period, the outcome of the investigation will be out for subsequent actions.
Thank you. So we take the last
Thank you,
question.
Dada. My name is Wisted and I read for the Needle. I'm concerned, what such an investigation do the public expect from the city police before when they investigate their own director, police or director, is not the Liberia National Police?
It's only consistent with the mandate of the professional standard section to be able to investigate like you see around the world with any other police detail or police department or institution. You begin with the professional standard section or division of that particular unit or department, and then if it is not satisfactory, you can elevate to the national or you go to court. But the investigation will begin with our own professional standard section. The reason is the professional standard section is there to investigate or put into matters or do a review of matters between the police and the public. It's the first line of recourse or redress by the citizens. It was reported by citizens, as you may see, you have seen in the video footage, and so we're not taking it lightly because during this time of peace and security, especially at the time when we are gearing up for the Easter celebration, our annual Easter celebration in devotion to God, when we think maintaining the peace is a very, very, very crucial value for the city government of Monrovia. To be hearing and coming across such a thing requires our immediate attention, and that's why the Honorable Mayor is not taking this lightly.
Thank you.
Yes.
So we then wait for 2 by the Director General. So we will entertain 2 more questions, then we will be done for the day here.
Okay, my name is Takbasela. I report for Saint TV. This 1 month suspension you are talking about, will it be done without salary?
Certainly. No, not sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It depends. If the investigation finds him guilty, the salary will not stand. If the investigation finds him not guilty or acquitted, even though it's not a court, it's a partial judicial function. If it exonerates him, then he will get his pay. But if the investigation proves him guilty, he wouldn't, by law, get the salary.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Peter Voiga and I work for BT Online Television. Many of our followers, watching this live podcast want to know whether this was, kind of Garwo's first offense. Was this his first offense?
No, as we speak, we are not the ones to historicize any incident. We've come to share with you what obtained today.
Because we're talking about...
And I said, the investigation, the report from the investigation will determine whether there are historical precepts, and the recommendation therein will tell you whether it is on account of past actions that whatever action or actions that were recommended was triggered by the historical actions on the part of Colonel Thomas Garwo.
So then a follow-up to that, if the entire process of investigating Colonel Garwo is done, and then you guys reveal that that was his first offense, would you,
When it
take
comes
back
to,
your
when it
action?
comes, I'm not a lawyer, but when it comes to crimes and offenses, it depends on the magnitude or the gravity of it. It is not the number or the number of time or the frequency that he takes the action. It is the magnitude and gravity of the crime or the offense. But again, we don't want to prejudice the outcome of the investigation. The investigation will be done by professionals and experienced people. They have the expertise to put into such a matter, and that's why it's been forwarded to them. The outcome will determine our next course of actions. And again, I believe the Honorable Mayor will ensure that the press is briefed as we have started.
Thank you ever so much. So, ladies and gentlemen of the press, this is how we come to the end of today's press briefing. And we want to say thank you ever so much for being here with us, and we hope to see you again in one of our regular press briefings. Thank you ever so much, and thank you to Director General King Prince Andrew for his brilliant elucidation. This is how we come to the end of today's press briefing. Thank you.